Welcome back to the next step in removing the two nuts. That's where I left off, the 27mm and the 30mm nut, which need to be removed to get at the axle to which the starter clutch is connected on this Kawasaki 750 Limited rebuild. Now, I haven't been able to work on this for a few days because I needed to order a special tool to get these nuts off. They cannot be taken off by hand. And it came in the mail today. Here it is. And it works fantastic. It was $70 including postage. And what did I do first? Maybe you can remember or recall that on this side of the engine we had a 27mm nut. Well, with the new tool it came off extremely easy, no problem whatsoever. The other side we have the clutch basket, which turns and is connected or fixed by a 30mm nut. Now, you need a special tool to fix this part of the clutch basket, and which I did not have. So I actually screwed in the bolts back into the clutch and fixed an old bicycle inner tube around two of these bolts and wrapped it tightly around the engine. Now, it is giving enough friction, but it's not completely fixed, as you can see here, but it gives enough friction to be able to take off that 30mm nut, which you see lying here. So without any special tools, this is the way to go. I haven't damaged anything. That's because it is still a little bit flexible, but again, it gives you enough resistance to be able to take off that 30mm nut. So that's what I wanted to show you, because that was an issue with many remarks that I received of viewers and subscribers, how to take off this clutch basket. So let me remove the inner tube now, and we can continue on to the next step, which involves completely taking off this clutch basket. So let's get started. Well, as you can see, I've removed the bicycle inner tube, so the clutch basket is not fixed anymore to the engine. I took out the bolts again and nothing was damaged whatsoever. So it is a solution, a proper solution that can work for you. Now we can easily slide off the clutch basket. And remember, there's a ring here on the inside. Don't lose it, don't forget to put it back in. I'm just going to keep it in with my finger, and I'm just going to put it over here with the ring still in. And then we have the empty clutch basket, which can also be removed now. As you can see here, it comes loose very easily. So there we have that part. And that brings us all the way in, a lot more into the engine. So there are a few Phillips head screws and also a gear and a clip that need to be removed to be able to get at the oil pump, to remove that, and eventually carefully tap out the axle and remove the starter clutch, and then more or less we are where we need to be. So let's start taking out these Phillips head screws first, and of course also the gear and the clip that keeps it or holds it on the engine. Well, I don't have a special tool to take off this clip, and it is quite tight around this gear to keep it in place, but with a little bit of patience and 2 screwdrivers I was able to take off the clip. Now let's see if we can get off this gear. Well, here we are at starting to remove the gear, and as you might know, it's reasonably difficult to get off. So I found an 8mm bolt, which you can actually screw into one of the 3 holes of this gear, which I did here. And now we can very easily turn to the right, and you see that the gear is just slowly coming off. Otherwise it's going to be too difficult to take the gear off the axle. And there we are. It's off. It's an 8mm bolt, and it makes it a lot easier to take off this gear. So let me put this aside for the time being, and we'll take it from here and take it to the next step and remove the Phillip head screws or bolts, and slowly but surely get to the starter clutch. Not everything turns out as expected. We needed to take out 3 of these Phillip head bolts, and actually total of 4. 3 of them came out perfectly. 1 I actually ruined when trying to take it out. So that last one I had to drill out. So this is what's left of the head, and this is what's left of the bolt itself. So I have to exchange that bolt. It did enable me to eventually take out the oil pump, as you see here. And in the next step, in the next video, I'm going to be tapping out the tapping this one here out, this axle, so we can get at the starter clutch, and you know, eventually get that out. So we're almost there, and nothing has been ruined except for 1 bolt, which can be exchanged again, so I'm not too worried about that. And that's it for today. Tomorrow I'll finish the job, make the last video, and then you know what it is to take out a starter clutch. All in all, not that bad. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.